And we are live, live from our rooms all across the East Coast. Shrubby's not here yet, so we can't say we're live from Shrubby's room down in Aussie land. So he should be here whenever he gets to a stopping place in, what is it, Diablo 2?
Yeah.
Cool. But
Yep, he's
anywho,
doing his own live stream right now. So,
oh yeah, yep. Hopefully, he knows how to do the whole what is that thing called where you go from one live stream to the next, uh, a raid or whatever the heck it is.
yeah. Yep,
But,
that's
yeah.
called a raid. Except you can't raid someone who's on another platform. Like he's streaming on Twitch, we're streaming on YouTube.
Okay. I did not know that. But hey.
Leastways, I don't know of a way to raid cross-platform.
Okay. Cool. All right. We've got a couple really funny things to talk about today.
Oh boy, howdy, today's going to be a doozy.
Yep. Thankfully, we don't really have that much heavy stuff to talk about. It's mostly you got to be shitting me type stuff.
Yeah.
This is just too funny. This is just too wackadoodle crazy.
A bunch of little things that's going to add up to a long stream.
Yeah, because we got today we're going to be hitting on a few things. We're going to be hitting on the Roblox insanity getting even crazier.
It's hit the fan. It's hit the fan even more.
And we've got some stuff coming out of some new laws coming out of Florida that I'm all for. We've got a Palworld update. We've got Disney slapping the bejesus out of Cracker Barrel, and we've also got AI having a mental breakdown. Oh boy! We have
which one? Which do you want to start with?
Let's go ahead and start with Roblox, and just start the roll. Start our roll there with Roblox. Since you and your girlfriend play Roblox all the time, we'll start there. So let's go ahead and hit that news, guy.
All right. So those of you who might not be aware of the situation, a few weeks ago, Roblox banned a YouTuber named Schlepp from their platform on the grounds of, quote, vigilantism and being not safe for or going against guidelines or whatever, because he posted several videos on his YouTube channel where he provided the police with information to get six. We'll call them future fertilizers.
Yeah.
Arrested. And this whole thing has blown up. The entire internet, not just a small corner of the internet, the entire internet went up in arms about it. Chris Hansen from To Catch a Predator, Chris Hansen, has been brought out of retirement.
Yep.
Roblox has been blocked in China, Qatar, Oman, and several other countries, pending a few others.
All right, hold on. I've got to comment on the Qatar. The reason why they banned it there was a child committed self-deletion because of something that happened on Roblox. Because of some challenge that the kid ended up failing doing, and they bullied the kid into self-deletion. And this is the type of thing that's been going on Roblox that
This has been going on. This has been going on almost the entire time Roblox has been around.
And all these people who say, "Oh, we're doing this to protect the children," they ain't raised one finger to stop this.
Yep. In fact, there you'll find many videos on YouTube and TikTok talking about how all of these people have, in fact, reported all of these incidents and all these things that have happened, and Roblox has not lifted a finger to even make an attempt to look like they care.
Yeah, and that right there is telling me a whole bunch. Now,
So
one of
now
the things,
the latest development, Law by Mike has joined Schlepp's team. Schlepp and Chris Hansen are suing Roblox, and Law by Mike, the legal YouTuber who does all the stuff talking about things that are or aren't legal in specific situations. That guy, he is joining the fray.
Isn't the state of Louisiana also suing Roblox?
Oh yes.
Now that's the part that gets me, is because Schlepp was working with the police, and the police were working with him and using what he was doing to be able to do stuff, because there are times when the police hands are tight and they need people doing this stuff pro bono, freelance, so they can get the evidence they need to do it. Because remember, the police, their hands are tied. They have to have warrants and things of this nature to do it. It's one of the reasons why Chris Hansen retired, was some of the stuff that he was doing back in the day was considered old west, seat of their pants operations. And
yeah, so now, to make matters worse, I can't 100% confirm this, but I'm hearing rumors and I'm seeing videos on TikTok and stuff talking about how Roblox is now being forced. They're now forcing themselves to start blocking all of this 18 plus content to people who are under the age of 18.
Yeah, something about the real ID being forced on them.
Yeah, not out of anything. Oh well, we want to protect the kids. No. They are losing so much money that it is starting to affect their product margins now.
Howdy, Christian. How you doing?
But so this whole thing, Roblox is. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. At this point, they are screwed. They are donezo. They are finished.
No, there is a way that Roblox can get through this and get back its good graces, and that's by simply just listening to their, like any other big company. All you got to do is listen to what your customer base is saying and do it.
Yeah. The problem is it's too late for that. It's past that point. Roblox doubled, tripled, quadrupled, and quintupled down on it before they finally started taking action.
Well, if they were to have, I truly think that like a lot of these companies, if they had a clean sweep of the C-suite and have new people come in and actually start doing what the customer base wants them to do and improve on, customer relations, it could save the companies. Look at the Iger Corporation. They got to get rid of Iger and all of his cronies before we can get Disney back. Because right now, they've pushed Walt Disney and his dream out of the company. And what it
Yeah.
will take to fix Disney is to get back those dreamers back into it. The Visioneers, you got to get them to come back. And the only way that I can see that happening is if they run off Iger and all of Iger's little cronies that they brought in
Yep.
and do a clean sweep of the C suite. Because right now, the C suite are all just yes men. But even those yes men are starting to wake up and realizing, hey, we're losing money hand over fist. We can't continue this. And there is rumors coming out of the Iger Corporation that they've lost way too much money and they can't afford it no more.
Yeah.
And considering the fact that resorts are empty right now, that they're not making the kind of money they need. Because remember, Walt Disney World there in Orlando was the one that made them the most money, and it's been pretty much empty. Because everybody that I've talked to have said that the holiday weekend, which is usually super crowded, it was like a ghost town. And that right there is telling me a whole lot. That if it's a ghost town and they've cut their prices and tickets and they're going, cool, please come in with all these special deals and stuff that they're doing and nobody's showing up, that's telling me a whole lot. And it's not just the fact that they got rid of some of the most famous rides on earth that people would travel around the world just to go there to ride those rides. They're not doing it no more.
Now, a fun little thing. A while back, you and I had talked about, and you had posted on your Twitter feed, a link to a petition to remove, I'll just call him David Ballsucky from Roblox, who is the Roblox CEO.
Yeah.
That petition has now reached, at present time, 273,790 signatures.
Yeah, it's not been pushed that hard by that many people. Because if it was getting pushed a lot harder, I think the numbers would be a lot higher. Because right now it's when the CEO is not listening, that's when the shit's gonna hit the fan.
Yeah.
Look at what it's like with the whole Cracker Barrel stuff, which we'll be hitting on in a couple of segments from now, because we saw what happens when the CEO is tone deaf, and how that slap back is more, instead of just a PP slap, it's more of a PP chop.
Yep.
And you gotta know your customer base, and it's easier to keep customers than bring in new customers. That's just the way it works. And especially when you're a niche, you've got a niche customer base, a niche audience. And Roblox, from everything I've seen of it, I've never played it, but it's supposed to be a family friendly game. Hey, Carlos, yeesh, what you up to?
Carlos.
I thought I smelled something funny.
Something smells fishy.
I eat customers. Hard to bring in new ones when they hear the old ones scream. I love you, brother, man. But like I said, we've got this stuff, and very true, very true. But yes, we're looking at what's been going on with Roblox. It's supposed to be family friendly. It's supposed to be something that kids can do and be safe doing. And whenever you've got stuff like this happening, it's not good. It isn't.
Yep.
Uh,
And it doesn't make things any better that David Baszucki has been trying for years to turn Roblox into a dating platform. I'll let that
yeah,
sink in.
yeah. When I saw that you sent me where they were talking about that, I was like, you got to be kidding me. How is this supposed to be a dating platform when it's a kids game?
Yep, because you have kids, many of who are under the age of 13, combined with or associating with adults who are over the age of 21.
Uh-oh, Carlos Fish says the little human had his YouTube account nuked. The fleshy had to take over his account to get it back, and YouTube wiped all videos off. Did you guys play Second Life? I played it for a little while, but not that long. Yeah, that was a lot more adult oriented and more of adult dating chat group, kind of like IMVO or something like that. It was a chat. It was a chat. Uh, a VR chat type thing that was back in the day that was also very much an adult oriented type thing. Um, so yeah, I feel
Yep.
sorry for you, Carlos, man. Damn. So the little were you able? They wiped out all of the videos. Did you have any backups for it, or is that or are they all gone to the ether? Whenever he responds, we'll talk about it. But yeah, I mean, Roblox. Uh, the more I hear about it, I've been trying to figure out why the heck somebody would want to turn a family friendly platform into a dating thing.
Well, at this point, the general consensus is that David David Balsucky himself is a future fertilizer.
Oh, you got to be. Well, all things considering, it's not surprising. And so he lost all of his videos, but he still has his 200 subs, so that's good. I mean, I'm not even sure what my sub count is right now. It's probably not even. Oh, wow, it is 70. I've got
Hey, that's pretty
70.
good.
Yeah, I did not realize I had
That's
70
better than
subs.
mine. My channel stagnated at 33. I've been at 33 for the better part of a month now.
Yeah, I'm stunned. I've got 70. Uh, I mean, all we do is sit here and talk and don't entertain or anything like that. Kind of, it's one of the things that Tony does that I'm impressed with is how good he is at entertaining people. And so yeah, but anywho, I the whole Roblox insanity stuff. I mean, the more we dive into it, the crazier it's getting. And
And the more
it's
we realize, the more the digger the deeper we dig, the more we realize just how royally Roblox has screwed themselves over. They
yeah,
have dug themselves into a hole that they cannot get out of.
yep. At this point, it's literally they're going to have to clean out the whole C-suite and bring in a whole new management crew to save it. And even then, the odds are that they'll have to sell the IP to somebody entirely new because from what I've been told, the game is it's got people who love it and support it. So they probably could pull that off,
Yeah.
having somebody else come in and take it over and run it. Because it'd be a shame, to lose all the goodwill that came about from this game, because you've talked about, not on here, but and whenever we're talking offline, well, we're online, but you know what I mean. Not when we're not, we're talking and not broadcasting.
Yeah,
about the good times that you and your girlfriend have playing this game together. And
we play Horse Life, and that's that this goes on something that we'll be talking about here in a little bit. We're literally going around taming different species of horses. That's it. And and we do so on a private server that she owns. The only time we ever do anything on any kind of public setting is when we go into a trade world to trade with each other.
Yeah. And I mean, it's like I've talked to people that play. Hey, Alice, how you doing?
Hey, Alice.
Horse, no horse. Well, Crazy Horse. If Alice is here, Crazy Horse is going to be here too.
Oh, if only Shrubby were here.
Yeah, he should.
You know what he'd be saying right now.
Yeah, no horse. Unless, of course, it's Ginger Horse.
Or Mr. Ed.
Yeah. And, but yeah, I mean, I look at it this way, okay? It's like Minecraft, you know? People really love Minecraft. And people spend time building stuff in these game worlds. And it is, and I've talked to people who've actually spent real life money to get stuff into the game worlds. I play Fallout 76 and I buy atoms to be able to buy the premium stuff. Plus I pay for Fallout First, which is a subscriber service. So you can get some extras as you go. And it makes it easier for you to be able to play the game. You can play it for free. You don't need to need Fallout First, but it does make it easier on you in the long run, especially when it comes to how much space that you've got in your storage and everything else, and acquiring the premium goodies and stuff like that. And the fact that I love building games. I love being able to build bases and things of this nature. It's like the majority of the mods I have for Fallout 4 is just that. Is building mods. And before we came on today, I was taking a break from all the reading on getting caught back up on Cyberpunk. Since they updated from Cyberpunk 2020 to Cyberpunk Red. And howdy, Shrubby.
Hey, there he is.
Yep, sorry for a little bit late.
It's all right. You were doing Diablo 2, and you had
Diablo 2, yes.
Yep. And we're wrapping up talking about Roblox and what was the lawyer's name again?
Law by Mike.
Law by Mike getting involved, and how the fact that they're going to be looking. I'm thinking there's a possibility of them getting other people who have been hurt by what's been going on there and doing a class action lawsuit. That would not surprise me if that happens.
Yeah, actually,
this is
actually another fun little thing that I learned recently. Meep City, which is one of the, if not the most infamous game on all of Roblox in terms of future fertilizer and minor interactions, is now a barren wasteland because of different restrictions that have now been put in place.
Yep. Well, our next little bit is talking about some really cool laws that just got passed in Florida.
Oh, you're gonna love this, Shrubby. You're gonna love
it. Indeed, Alice. Yes, I call. They call, and I answer. Yes.
All right. Before we get started on this, I gotta introduce everybody to somebody. I want y'all to meet Chippy. Oh, Chippy. Chippy. Meet Chippy.
Chippy's a good boy. Chippy's a good boy.
Chippy's a good boy. He's awesome. Chippy is the one who makes wood chipper brand fertilizer made of the greatest maps you'll never want to meet.
Works for me. Fucking works for me.
Hey, we could throw a couple of corrupt politicians in there too while we're at it.
Oh yes.
Oh, I've got a list as long as my arm.
Probably longer than that, buddy.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah. So, new law that's coming into play in Florida. Apparently, the new law allows for adults who grape children under the age of 12 to be given the death penalty.
Fuck yes!
It's about freaking time they did something good.
Hang on. I gotta take the opportunity. Hell, it's about damn time.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Okay, now when it comes to whenever we start bringing up our good friend Chippy, oh Chippy, we're thinking about writing up a theme song for him based around the old song "Me So Horny," but it's going to be "Me So Hungry," and we're going to put things in there like "Yum Yum, Eat 'em Up," "Yum Yum, Eat 'em Up," and yeah.
I was thinking.
And a wood chipper would also be cool.
Yeah. I was also thinking we could do a parody of you remember the old show Flipper?
Yep.
Oh, piss off. We are not doing a Flipper theme song ripoff. No. I am leaving this call right the fuck now.
But like I said, whenever good old Chippy singing "Me So Hungry," it's almost writing itself. I've got to get a hold of Sean Carter and ask him if he can help me with it because he's so good at writing these parody songs.
Hell, I can drop you one. I can drop you one right now because it's yellow. I can drop you a song right the fuck now.
I like what Carlos Fish said in chat. Drop him feet first so the screams last longer.
Yes.
Drop him feet first so I can watch the light leave their eyes.
Don't look in the chat, Shrubby.
Yes. They call him Chipper. Don't touch them kids. But yes, whenever you sent me the link about it, the guy talking about how this awesome new law has been passed, I actually did a happy dance. I'm not talking a Mickey Mouse Clubhouse happy dance. I'm talking a Snoopy happy dance.
I bet you did.
Now, let me stress this. I did a Snoopy happy dance. And
I don't blame you. I really do not blame you.
Yeah, that was the best news I'd heard in a long freaking time.
Yeah, it hurts. It hurts whenever I do Snoopy dance, the Snoopy happy dance. But it was worth it. And
it's so freaking worth it.
Yes.
Oh yes, Carlos, you are very right. Audience participation streams are the best. It's one of the things that's one of the reasons why I want to do these things the way I do them. Whenever I talk about it, this is what we're going to be talking about. And then I also end it with, and whatever else the chat comes up with, because that's the reason why I'm doing this, is to get the interaction so we can share the stuff that we love, so we can be a positive change in the world. That's the whole point of doing this, is to make a positive change, to get people to see each other as human again, to be able to do it. And let's see, Shrubby is sending me a picture. Let's put it up on the stage.
What was it? Well, this isn't a picture. This is a set. I've got the perfect song for that already.
Okay.
Oh, good.
Dorn the Builder. He can. Keep doing them, you will grow. Not like that. Get your mind out of the gutter. Yes, the gutter is too crowded, man. Get out of my gutter. It's too crowded down here.
It's my gutter. It's my gutter, and you can't have it.
Yep.
Motherfucker, I was born in it. Leave me alone.
It's like in Batman, The Dark Knight Rises, how Bane is sitting there going, "You," about how he was like, "Oh,
you think darkness is your ally? I was born in it, molded by it. I did not see the light till I was a grown man.
Yeah,
By then it was nothing but blinding."
I'll push your buttons, Siggy. Don't tempt me.
No, Siggy, bad Siggy. Where's the bottle? Where's the bottle?
Hold on, Sig Alderson, you know better than this.
Oh, here we
comes.
go.
Bad Siggy, bad Siggy. Come on, bad Siggy. Bad boy.
Oh boy, Alice is unhinged again. Yeah. Alice is having an unhinged moment again.
Yeah, we need to give Alice the bottle.
Yeah. Get the bucket of water. Get the bucket of cold water. Dunk it over her.
Hold on. Hang on. Here we go.
There's the bucket. Nice.
Y'all know I love you, Siggy. Come on, you know I love you. But
we wouldn't be picking on you if we didn't love you.
Yeah.
He's got a point.
And
Alice is just an unhinged sex fiend. Let's just admit that one.
To be fair, aren't we all to some extent?
Yeah. We still have to get the box so Shrubby can mail himself to the United States. So,
yeah. I mean, let's face it. My OC's one of Warevo's my OC. One of his biggest weaknesses is gorgeous women.
No, you don't say.
Something I told a lot of people. He's married, but he's a womanizer.
No, you don't say.
Him and his wife are in an open marriage.
Yeah.
Hey, why just limit yourself with one wife? That's my opinion.
Yeah, fuck off, Mormon.
Hey, Mormons aren't the only ones that do that, man. Yeah,
they're called concubines.
Yep. All right.
Yeah, just leave the harems for fucking anime, please. Thank you.
Anyway, what's next on our? You want to talk about the Disney thing?
Palworld's up next.
Palworld.
Yep, the Palworld lawsuit and Pokemon and shoot, what was it again?
I got this one covered.
Yes.
Oh, this is gonna be good. So, the Palworld lawsuit just got a whole lot more interesting. So, a lot of you may or may not know. Nintendo, of course, suing Palworld. In order to do so, they took out over the last 3 years, they took out a bunch of patents.
Mm-hmm.
One of which is for anything involving riding on creatures.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, is that right?
Oh, yeah. Which overreaches to the point that now it seems like everyone and their grandmother is making games that do exactly that, specifically for the purpose of giving Nintendo the middle finger. And now Digimon has joined that fan club.
And I remember Digimon when it first came out because I thought it was a knockoff of Pokemon, except for the fact that the Digimon could talk.
Yep.
And
Digimon
Digimon
is a budget Pokemon.
My sisters loved Digimon because they could talk, and they were like, they wanted a Pikachu because Pikachu being cute, a Meow, Meowth being cute, Mewtwo being cute, and things of this nature. But they wanted Digimon as their actual pets because they'd be able to talk to them and actually be friends with them.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But you've become complacent when every single Pokemon game you've released over the last 10 or more years looks exactly the same, and there has been no innovation or no development of any kind whatsoever.
Well, you said that that they're throwing all their money into this lawsuit instead of improving on the Pokemon games.
Yep, because they want Pokemon to be the only one of its kind. They don't want any competitors, period.
And
they want to hold a monopoly.
But the problem is they're not improving the product. It goes back to what I said earlier about know what your customers want and provide them what they want. The customers want good Pokemon product to buy. If you're not providing them a good Pokemon product to buy, they're going to go somewhere else to get it. Thus Palworld, thus Digimon, and all these other little critter games that's out there. And yes, Siggy, you're right. Nintendo is wasting their money. They might as well be lighting up their money. The whole thing of the Dark Knight, where the Joker has all that money and he's like jumping off of it and sliding down it, going whee before he lights it up, and saying this isn't about money. This is about sending a message. And he was burning millions, if not billions, of dollars behind him. And that's if Nintendo. This is a problem with so many big corporations today. They've got their heads shoved so far up their butts, they're popping out the other hole. Okay, and it's insanity.
In some cases, both other holes.
Yes, they're being idiots because they're wasting their money. They're not listening to what the customers want. Whenever you give the customers what they want, the customers will start. They will run up, tackle you, and start shoving their money in your pockets if you're giving them what they want. That's how you get money. As a business, you provide them what they want, and the money just rolls in. The Iger Corporation has learned this the hard way. They said that they were purchasing Marvel and Star Wars so they could get in on the boy entertainment market. And what did they do as soon as they had the Marvel cinematic universe and the Star Wars universe? They turned around and girl bossed it up and basically ran all the boys out. And all the girls who loved Marvel and loved Star Wars got pushed out. They got told, oh, you're not a real girl because you don't like the way we're girl bossing it up. Now, there's this really attractive young little woman by the name of that Star Wars girl. She is a cosplayer extraordinaire who is known as that Star Wars girl. She itty bitty, tiny little thing that she describes herself as a hobbit because she's so short. I think that's cute, but that's just me. That's also the fact that I've got a sister who is that short, and I call her a spider monkey because she climbs. Now,
I've got
yes.
I've got a much more whatever description of that, and it has got nothing to do with climbing up things. It's climbing on something, but we'll walk past that.
Yep.
Well, Marvel and Star Wars didn't suck until the Iger Corporation corrupted it and destroyed it, Carlos. And yes, toxic estrogen is what did it. They love talking about toxic masculinity, toxic masculinity. They keep ignoring the fact that femininity can be just as toxic, if not more so, because the femininity sits there and tries to present itself as positive and beneficial, and ignore the fact that they're hurting people when they do this shit. Because rates, I'm sorry I used the term YouTube, but it needs to be used. It's so lopsided, it's not even funny. More dudes are killing themselves than there are women that are killing themselves. Why is this? It's because of the way society has gotten to a point that men are feeling worthless, that their pain is meaningless. Nobody cares about when they are hurting. Let's not even go into the divorce rates. Now, when we talk about toxic estrogen, I'm going to make a statement here. It's going to freak some people out. But we have hardcore proof that women are women are the ones who instigate physical violence more than men do. Yep. And the proof is in the pudding. If you look at same-sex couple domestic violence rates, the lowest is in the same-sex community as two dudes. It's like 25%, which is half of what you have with a straight couple. And the lesbian couples are double that rate of straight couples. Plus, you have to look at the fact that anywhere between 80 to 90% of all divorces are instituted and started by the woman. And the numbers of false accusations that are made against the dude in these divorce cases is so through the roof, it's not even funny. And they are allowed to get away with it. They can accuse the man of domestic abuse, kitty diddling, and things of this nature. And even after it's been proven all lies, the dude's life is still ruined, but they won't even slap the woman's wrist for what she has done. And yes, Siggy, it's a standard thing to do. It's so common, it's ridiculous. And the fact that they don't punish them for it is it's one of my big bugaboos. It's one of my berserker buttons, because I've been a victim of domestic violence. And nobody listened. They didn't care, because I was a dude whose fiance beat the living dog shit out of it. I had to go all the way from Charlotte, North Carolina to Phoenix, Arizona to get help, because none of the groups in the Charlotte area would allow a guy to be part of the group therapy. Let that sink in. For Shrubby, that's the equivalent of having to go from one coast to the other to get help, all the while walking through the outback wearing no shoes. And
say the places. Sorry, say the place again. Sorry.
Charlotte, North Carolina to Phoenix, Arizona.
Yeah, that's just about going from Sydney to Adelaide. Just about. So about 2/3 of the way across the country. Yeah.
Yep. And as Siggy says, mandatory DNA tests are necessary. Yep, I agree. He also says that if you retaliated when she was beating the crap out of me, I would have been in jail. Exactly. If she would have broken her nail one of her nails while she was beating the crap out of me, I would have ended up in jail. And but sadly, Siggy, even if I had recorded it, while
It would
she
do
was
precisely
assaulting
dick
me,
all.
they would not have cared. It wouldn't have mattered
Which is
because,
fucked.
yeah, and it's ridiculous. The law is supposed to be blind. It's supposed to be equally administered across the board. They're not supposed to look at your color of your skin, what you got between your legs, or what you wish you had between your legs, or any of that shit. It's just supposed to be the law. It's supposed to be justice. Let's see. Some cops will arrest the woman. I have seen it on YouTube Shorts because the guy had it recorded. Yes, they'll do it, but they won't do nothing about it. They'll let her go.
Yeah, it's all well and good saying they'll arrest them. It's actually the court system that's the problem, not the police.
Yep. Because I actually had a police officer tell me about they don't like going for domestic calls because of this reason. For Roblox, let's see, hold on. Carlos says, for Roblox, I was just talking to my little one. I told him that if I ran the company, I would institute public forum room, and if you got multiple kid diddly reports in it, your character would be scrambled. Yeah, very much so. That's what I would be doing.
Yeah, that would work fiche until you got all the fucking lefty whatever nose ring wearers and the fucking maps in the forum, because they're not going to fucking declare themselves they are that.
And he also
sums it up with doing on the quiet
in the chipper and the IP block. Yes.
Yeah, that would be a valid reaction. Fair, but yeah, as I said, having a public forum, you can't always 100% guarantee that you're not going to get the fucking leftard wankers and the maps in the forum.
Yep.
In fact, it's almost 100% guaranteed that you will have one or two at least.
Exactly.
Just have to make sure it is legit reports. When that is set up, people will use it against enemies. Exactly. That's the problem I have with red flag laws.
Yeah. It does. What system you're going to implement on making it legitimate? What is legitimate? It's real, or it's considered a real, or it's considered an actual complaint. There's the real problem. It's not so much whether it's legal or not. It's the actual whether it's actually true, which nine times out of 10 it's not, or it's exaggerated truth.
And yes, Alice, the court system is very broken in when it comes to family courts and divorce courts. Heck, court system when it comes to this stuff is really messed up. One of the things that I had liked about the UK system when it came to sexual assault stuff, whenever it was being reported, both the person who was the victim and the victimizers, their names were not brought up until after the convictions. If you don't get convicted, your name don't go out. And that's the way I feel it should be. It should be that way when it 100%. Comes to
it should never be kangaroo court. It should never be fuck. Oh, someone just got a message. Yeah, it should never be kangaroo court. It should never be trial by media. It should never be trial by the public ever. But like all things, it's the only thing they rely on 99% of the time. We know we don't have much of a case, so we'll turn public opinion against it to force the judge's hand, to force the jury's hand. That is all they do.
Yeah, we're seeing that with the Carmelo Anthony stuff that's been going on for the past 3 months.
This is exactly the same tactics they employed to get the fucking Volstead Act pushed, to get the wets versus the dries. We've seen all this shit before. Trouble is, people didn't fucking learn the first time round.
Well, I look at the world pretty simply. You know, a lot of people, they're good people. It's just the fact that they can be persuaded to do bad shit. All it takes is by dehumanizing somebody, and they're willing to do some of the most horrible stuff. The 1960s experiment proved that. I can't remember the name of the experiment, but they basically was able to turn a whole bunch of college kids that into some of the most to doing some of the most disgusting stuff that you can imagine. Another one of those.
Just look at how Coof was fucking dealt with. There were people who were actively bragging about going out and complaining about their neighbors, reporting their neighbors, reporting anybody they didn't like, purely because they thought they were doing the right thing, or they thought it was the right thing to do.
Yep, Carlos, you're right. Common sense isn't so common anymore. And Siggy
common sense is almost non-existent anymore.
Well, it's not common, and sense in general has gone way out the fucking brain when you're using feelings as trumps to facts and anything else. Yeah, we are not even operating on sense anymore. That has gone well out the fucking window.
And Siggy makes the statement, yep, it helped explain how the NSDAP turned common Germans against their neighbors. That was the whole point of what Gina Carano was. She posted on Twitter that caused all the shit storm that came out of that. Was her statement about it.
Funny they came right after her hard as soon as she compared not the right-wing people to the people that are the Nazis.
Mm-hmm. And
funny
it's one of those things that I look at. I'm a historian, and history is one of the things I love reading, and I love watching the documentaries, and all this information I've got up here in my noggin, and I try to share it with people, and I still get called a conspiracy theorist. And I'm like, there's no conspiracy theory here. I'm just telling you the facts. And, but you're getting this news information from a news source I don't trust. And I'm like, so you would prefer to trust news sources that have repeatedly stated that they knowingly have lied to you repeatedly over the past 40 to 50 years. And each time they get caught lying, they say, oh, we'll never lie about anything again. And then not that long, they're having to make another, oh, I'm sorry. Yes, we knowingly lied to you. I'm sorry. After the second time, I ain't gonna, I don't trust you enough to take your word for it.
It is the scorpion. It is the scorpion and the frog mentality. And this is another reason of people just being straight out fucking retarded now.
Yep.
If you don't even know the story of the scorpion and the frog, how are you supposed to learn the moral from it?
Exactly. And Alice says, if we don't learn from history, we are doomed to repeat it. Exactly. That's why they're not teaching history in schools no more. And Siggy says, MSNBC, CNN, New York Times, ABC, NBC, CBS are all liars. Exactly. That after what happened when we
add Fox News and every other fucker in there as well.
Yep.
Let's not split hairs.
I consider all news outlets, at least all mainstream news outlets, to be liars.
Yeah, Bloomberg, Fox News, you fucking name it. All of them are fucking liars. It's just the extent of how much they lie.
Yep. It's the smaller ones that are out there purposely making sure they're getting the truth out. I know people give Tim Pool a hard time, but that dude was on the ground making reports about what was going on during Occupy Wall Street.
Yes,
tried covering it up.
Yes. Sorry, I've just seen a post come up and whatever from what's going over in the UK. Albert Road, Ilford. A massive Indian community centre burnt to the ground in Essex, England. Yes! Yes! Yes!
And Siggy says, well, you need to teach children about boys being girls, girls being boys, and being a million different genders. No time for basic academics. Geesh. Yeah, exactly. They're focusing on the stuff that is supposed to be left up to the parents to teach.
I actually saw a thing on TikTok where the internet is up in arms against this teacher who's making videos talking about how he forces all of his students to become trans.
Yeah, that. Hold on. I've got to do it right. Me so
Hold on,
hungry.
Chippy.
Me so hungry. Oh, me so hungry. Yum yum. Let's eat 'em up. Yum yum. Let's eat 'em up.
That reminds me of the cop sat outside the sat outside the burger place where he sat there over the intercom going, "What do you have? The number 5, number 7, double cheese, with chips, num 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 num."
We got way off track.
Yeah, we did. All right, let's go ahead and hit the Disney slamming Cracker Barrel, which is hilarious considering the fact the Iger Corporation is so flipping woke that Cracker Barrel went so woke it got too close to the woke sun that even the Iger Corporation is having to break out the rulers and start pee slapping Cracker Barrel.
Yep.
Lol.
Cracker Barrel got so bad even Disney made fun of them. So apparently Disney pulled this stunt a few weeks ago where
At D23.
they unveiled a new logo that was a parody of the redesigned quote unquote Cracker Barrel logo.
Mm-hmm. Oh yes.
Yeah, when Disney, the de facto most woke company in the known universe, is making fun of you for being too woke, you know you've screwed up.
Oh yeah. Oh, let's see. Carlos says they're saying that they're making a new Muppet Show pilot with Seth Rogen producing. You've got to be shitting me, man. Seth Rogen hasn't been funny in years, if ever.
He's on his knees, cupping stroking the shaft and cupping the balls. That's all that fucking matters now. He's one of the Jews sucking off the corporation.
Well, Cracker Barrel, Siggy is saying Cracker Barrel has reduced their quality of food to UGG level. Used to enjoy eating at Cracker Barrel. Very true. I loved Cracker Barrel food. And yes, he also said that listen to that video from a cook that worked at Cracker Barrel. Yeah. Everything used to be scratch made. It used to be fresh. They used to make biscuits every day. They used to make fresh grits every day. Bacon was made for each individual order when it came up. And they're talking about the fact that they now pre-make it, freeze it, and then they heat it up. I'm sorry, if that's how it's going to be, why not just go, instead of spending money, you just go and get a microwavable meal, man, because that's all they're basically doing now. You go to a restaurant so you can get the experience and you get good tasting food. We're talking about Southern food. Southern foods are soul foods. Chicken fried steak, fried chicken, biscuits and gravy, mashed potatoes and gravy. Damn, I'm getting hungry now. Collard greens, grits. I'm talking chicken and dumplings, man. You cannot heated up chicken and dumplings are not that good. Chicken and dumplings has to be fresh. Soul food has to be fresh. That's why it's usually a little bit more expensive when you go get it at the restaurant. It's because they make it when you order it. Because that's the only way to get it. Wait a minute. My Southern's coming out. My Southern's coming out right now. Talking about my food now.
Oh, of course Sigvalderson eats at Waffle House. That actually surprisingly makes a lot of sense.
Hey, Waffle House is awesome, man. Don't.
I ain't eaten at a Waffle House in probably 20 years.
Hey, I used to work at Waffle House, man, and I loved it. I loved working at Waffle House. It was great. And I loved eating at Waffle House because the waffles was good. Zachary, man, he was a little baby, man. We whenever they'd make him his chocolate chip waffle, he'd be sitting there gumming the little bit of Jesus out of it with this big smile, nom 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 nom, having a great old time.
I've actually heard stories of Waffle House's reputation of being a place where everybody there knows how to fight if you provoke or upset somebody.
Yep. And Siggy's sitting there talking about the fact that you watch them make your meals at Waffle House. That's the awesome
Hey, Gap
part
After Dark.
Hey, Gap. The UK will soon be an Islamic state and an enemy of the U.S. King Charles inaugurates an Islamic center, praises Muslims, calls on British citizens to seek understanding of Islam. Yeah, they're really don't get me started.
Yeah. Gap After Dark, as I just said before, or whatever, though, yeah, he might be fucking endorsing it, but explain that to the Indian Community Center that just went up in flames and a whole bunch of immigrant vehicles that just got torched elsewhere around the country as well.
Well, the British people are fed up with this stuff, and they're starting to
Agreed.
stand up to it. And
Agreed.
the way that, and the funny thing is, the way they are protesting it is by flying their national flag. And they're getting, and it's just showing how these leftist lunatics are insane. By just flying your state flag, you're being called a racist.
Is somebody banging on a drum? I keep hearing that sound like somebody's banging on a drum.
It's all good. But anyway, like I said, what's going on with Cracker Barrel? Cracker Barrel had some really good food. And
can you still hear it?
Nope.
No, it's only every rare once in a while.
And Cracker Barrel food was so good. There it goes.
Yep, right there.
Oh, that's my phone. That's my phone. My bad. I'm picking up and putting down my phone.
Okay.
The thing that gets me about Cracker Barrel and other soul food places is the fact that the food has to be freshly made. That's the only way to get it good, because heating it up after it's been frozen, it just doesn't taste as good the next day. And I'm sorry, if I'm going to go to a restaurant, I want my food to taste really good. I want it to be the best possible tasting food I can get. I'm spending extra money for it for that reason. And if you're not going to make me good food, I'm not going to buy it. And it's like I've said already. Listen, corporations, if you want to make money, the way to do it is listen to what your customers want and do what they want. And then they will force you to take their money so they can get what they want. That's how you make money. That's what they used to teach in business school before they started pushing all this DEI bullshit. I mean, it's ridiculous. If you're going to have a company, your whole purpose of the company is to make money. And to make money, you have to produce something of value that people are willing to give, to part ways with their hard-earned money. Money is blood, sweat, and tears. I only know a handful of people who love going to work. Everybody else that I've ever known only went to work because they had to go to work so they could keep a roof over their head, food in their belly, and clothes to cover up their ugly, naked butts. Okay? So if you want that hard-earned money that these people have earned through their blood, their sweat, their tears, you better be providing them something that they want. If you're shaking your finger at them all the time, saying you're not a good person, You're evil because of the color of your skin or what you got between your legs. You ain't getting their money. They're going to just look at you and flip you off. And that's if you're lucky. If you're not, they're going to drop trout and show you their little brown starfish and say, kiss it, bitch, before they go out that door. That's common sense. And as has been said, common sense isn't that common right now. And I'm sorry, I got off on a rant, but it's basic.
What else is new?
It's basic information here, boys and girls. That's how you make money. And the messed up thing is,
like I told Siggy in the chat just now, I called DEI DIE because that's what your company does when you introduce it.
well, originally that's what it was called. It was diversity, inclusion, and equity. And then they realized what they had just spelled, and then they flipped the letters. So it's crazy stuff, man. It's just crazy. The U.S. has to watch out for Sharia law. Only Arizona, Kansas, Louisiana, South Dakota, Tennessee, North Carolina, Alabama have banned Sharia. Yes, very much true, Gap After Dark. That's one of those things that I've been to the Middle East. I've been to the countries where Sharia law is the law. And the things I have seen there really makes me... I still have nightmares over it.
I don't even know what Sharia law is.
It's a religious law. It's basically, if you're not a Muslim, you're not even a second-class citizen unless you pay a protection racket tax.
Which is completely determined by the church. It has no stipulation. It can be whatever the fuck they want. This is half the reason why Western fucking governments want it. Think about it. A tax that is completely at the sole discretion of those in charge. It has no legal standing. It has no legal code it has to abide by. It's whatever they damn well please. No wonder Western governments want it. It's their fucking jizz dream right now.
It's insane. It's also one of those things that if you're gay, they can kill you by throwing you off the top of a mountain or the tallest building they can find, or just throwing rocks at you. If you're a woman who has been sexually assaulted, they can, and you don't have two dudes that are willing to testify saying, yes, it was unwilling, they can stone you to death by saying you committed adultery. And it's insane. It's one of those things that makes me sit there and go, oh God, please don't bring this here. It's one of the reasons why I am so proud of my state outlawed that shit. It also is one of those things that allows for honor killing. It's not cool. It's not cool at all. And I'm a big believer, as long as what you're doing doesn't harm other people, you're good to go. But the moment you start forcing other people to change their lives, that's when I get upset. That's when I draw that line and say, nope, stop. You can't do that. Now, if you want to live your life a certain way, and as long as you're not forcing other people to live your way, good to go. Be you. As long as you're not hurting somebody. And when I say that, I'm not including the fact of those that are unable to give consent, i.e., children, mentally handicapped, and animals. Don't mess with them. Leave them alone. They're not able to give consent. Leave them alone. But if somebody can give consent and say, yes, I want you to spank me, daddy, shove that big, huge, honking bad dragon up my butt, and they're willing to let you do it, go for it. But it goes back to that whole consent thing. Are they able to give consent? If they're not able to give consent, you don't touch them. Good to go? Good to go. Now, Cracker Barrel's food, like I said, used to be so good. it was one of those places that whenever we had the shuttle bus that would take us to the VA, it was one of the 3 places we were allowed to go to pull in and eat at. Ironically, we weren't allowed to go to Waffle House because of the insurance issues. You can make the jokes about that if you want, because it was funny.
At this point, it's depressing enough. We don't even want to go as far as making the jokes on it, man.
I still love Waffle House, no matter what y'all say. All right. Gap After Dark says, Richard, I'm sure you know all about the Islamic mosque around the country, especially in Texas and Florida. Do you think that we're getting them to take hold so they can spread their agenda? More than likely, yeah. That's the way they operate. That's the way the whole I can't fucking say the word. Infiltrata, whatever the heck however you want to call it.
It's too many syllables for me, man.
It's the way they operate when they're low on numbers. Oh, we're so kind, we're so this, we're so that. Then they start using Islamophobia and things of this nature. But as they get more and more numbers in, it starts to change until they can take over. That's how it works. It's the camel getting its nose under the tent. That's how they get in here, and that because we're seeing it happen in Europe, except in the countries that basically said, "Oh hell no," just like Japan said, "Oh hell no, give me my shotgun."
Not true.
Yeah, it's a Trojan horse issue. Yes.
Yeah, unfortunately, that is actually not true, Richard.
What Japan said?
Japan allows Islam. Islam is not banned. Neither is Sharia law in Japan.
Well, I know that they've been keeping out a lot of the stuff.
Oh, they've been economically restricting them for sure, but no, neither Islam nor Sharia law banned in Japan. There's quite a large Islamic community in the north of Japan, actually.
Oh wow, I did not know that.
It's on par with the Christian population. So yeah, they've managed to keep the numbers of Christians down in Japan. They're doing the same thing with with Islamists as well.
Oh man, I did not know that. Shoot, thank you for letting me know.
Yeah.
See, boys and girls, whenever you don't know something and somebody informs you, the best way of dealing with it is saying, "Oh my God, I did not know. Thank you for letting me know."
Yeah, I don't worry. I had the same attitude as well, as far as I knew, considering they're restrictive, whatever, on people who are from the Middle East and Islamic. Yeah, apparently, no, they're quite happy to let people into the country who are Islamic. They have to be Japanese first, but
yeah. I mean, I'm the person that is pretty easygoing. I've known some Muslim people that were really awesome people, but it's also one of those things. When I was in college, there was a Muslim girl that was talking about how evil America was, and I was sitting there talking about the things I saw in the Middle East, and she's like, "You're lying." I'm like, "No, it's actually in the Quran." She's like, "No, it's not." And I asked her, "Have you read the Quran?" She's like, "No, I don't. I do not know Arabic." I'm like, "Hasn't somebody given you the English translation of the Quran?" And she was like, "No." So I gave her my copy that had been given to me by one of the clerics that worked for the royal family that taught me when I was over there during Desert Shield. And the messed up thing was I gave her my copy of it. And the next day, her father and brother and mother showed up on campus and was threatening me for having given her an English translation of the Quran. "Why did you do it?" And I said, "Why did you give it to her?" And I'm like, because if she's going to be a Muslim, she should be able to read the Quran so she knows what it is that she's practicing." And they went all off on me. And I'm like, "Did you read who gave me that book?" And the Amon, the cleric who gave it to me, talking about how that I was going to have an awesome life because I was his best student about learning about the Quran and Islam. And they got really upset. And every time till the end of that semester, Anytime she was on campus, she was being escorted by either her mother or her brother or both. And that really made me go, shit. I don't trust it no more.
Yep.
Apparently,
Nothing pisses off the box hats than some foreigner exposing them.
Yeah. And Gap After Dark says, so maybe we should take over the places in the Middle East where all the Muslims have left.
Hell no. Why would we want to take over a steaming pile of shit in the middle of the desert?
Yeah, we tried that and it did not go over too well.
You really want to fucking end all this? Nuke Rome, nuke Jerusalem, nuke Mecca. Problem fucking solved.
Well, the problem with that is you're dropping nukes on people.
It'll fucking stop the whole. It'll fucking stop the whole damn thing, though.
You'll be starting a much bigger war, though.
Yeah, that's the problem. And trust me, you don't want a holy war again. It's not fun.
The whole reason the Crusades happened was 700 fucking years of Muslim aggression. Let's not ignore any of that.
Oh, I don't. Whenever I talk about it, I bring all that stuff up. It's because it was hundreds of years of aggression that basically finally boiled over. It does not excuse some of the excesses that the Crusaders did when they went over there, but they had reason. That's the problem, is they had reason to have done it. It's just the fact that people nowadays don't want to talk about the fact, they had a reason for it. And you also look at the fact that the Muslims, anytime that they've taken over a land, as far as they're concerned, that's their land until the end of time. They don't care if you reconquer it. It's one of the reasons why they want to reconquer Spain. They want to reconquer huge tracts of Europe and so on. Because at one time it was ours and they want it back.
Yeah, people honestly think that September 9/11 was just a random date they chose. It really fucking wasn't.
No, it wasn't.
It wasn't. It was the same date. The day before was the same date. 400. Do the math on that. About 400 years ago, on that date, the Winged Hussars mowed the fuckers down at Vienna.
Yep.
That date was not accidental.
Hold on,
it was
guys.
not accidental.
I'm sorry.
Sorry. I'll be right back, guys.
Gap. If that would work, I would 100% agree with that. That wouldn't work. All it would do is they'd all convert to Islam and come across and say how fucking great it is. Mute yourself, Richard.
All right. Still want to do a GI Joe talk.
Okay, maybe. We're feeling it.
He's taking his headset off.
All right, cool. Yeah. All right, love you.
So I just discovered something interesting.
Sorry, I'm back. My baby sister showed up with some paperwork and pictures
just for future whatever. As soon as you have to do that, Richard, just mute yourself automatically.
All right, I forgot.
Just to save yourself and whatever people listening in who shouldn't be listening.
So I just discovered something interesting.
What?
What's that?
So if this is true, I'm looking at a report here from the Hollywood Reporter. If this is true, Thomas Schumacher is leaving Disney.
If that's true, I'm wondering if that's going to be good or if it's going to be bad. Because there's a couple of people that I think that they really.
Well, he's been there for like 40 years. So.
Yeah, that's why I said it's one of those things. Is it good or is it bad? Because there's stuff that I'm looking at because the creatives that created Disney, they keep pushing them out, and those are the people you want to keep because that institutional knowledge, that creativity that made them great, they need to keep it. And it's one of those things that frustrates me is seeing the creatives get pushed out because they want to tell good stories. They don't care about the message. And that's
Yeah, this is definitely a bad thing, just saying.
yeah.
Why this is a bad thing is because he's the only one who's been doing all the Broadway productions, which is why the Broadway productions haven't sucked.
Yeah. And
so this is definitely a bad thing he's leaving. The guaranteed this will be so they can put somebody in there who will push the fucking message because he hasn't been.
yeah, and that's so yeah, you just hit what I was going for is are they pushing the DEI douches to take his place or what?
Wouldn't surprise me.
It's frustrating as all get out. As y'all heard, my baby sister came in with some stuff that she had found, pictures of my babies. So yeah, and Friday we've got to go to the courthouse to deal with stuff for when Mama passed away. That's not going to be fun, but it's outliving your parents is never easy. And so if you've got your mom and your dad or your grandparents in your lives, do me a favor, go give them hugs and tell them you love them. Because I'd give anything to be able to tell my mom and dad I love them and ask them questions right now. Especially my dad. Y'all have seen pictures of my dad. He was Santa Claus, man. And so, yeah. It's okay, Carlos. I had a moment. I had to get some information. But Gap says, okay, Shrubby, why don't we send all the MPs, the Prime Minister, and all of the U.S. Congress for an extended vacation in Gaza? I totally agree, Gap. I totally agree.
As I did answer that, and I said because all it will do is they'll all fucking convert to Islam and come right back and tell us how fucking wonderful it is. It'll do absolutely bugger all.
True, that's true. Though we
Hey, File 13.
Hey, File 13. We have seen where activists who have gone to Gaza we're all sitting there going, "Oh, it's all lies. It's the Israeli lies, blah blah blah," and then they turned around and they're not with us no more. They're dead because, well, those lifestyles were not shared by their neighbors there in Gaza, and so yeah, that's one of those things. So,
it's why I'm generally glad what's his face in Japan got the absolute fucking boot.
Yeah.
I mean, wank puffin.
Oh, you mean the dude that Johnny Salami or whatever the heck his name was?
Whatever the hell, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. File 13. Hey guys, I wonder if I ever told you guys how I got kicked out of the Boy Scouts because I was giving everyone the finger like Mr. Bean because I say the symbol different.
You mean like this file? I just dropped you an image, Richard.
Oh, where's it at? Oh, okay, hold on. You mean that one?
Oh yeah, yep. I remember putting that one. I remember putting that one in the server.
That is currently the back of my jumper that I'm currently wearing right now.
Nice.
But like I said, the world is wild. That's for sure. And Cracker Barrel, I want Cracker Barrel back to what it used to be, man. I could be able to get good Southern cooking and not spend an arm and a leg to get it. And there is a soul restaurant in the area that's on DoorDash. Problem is if I just order my meal just for me, the plate's like 30 or $40.
Fuck that.
Yes. And I'm like, damn, that's too much. That hurts too much. Even though I'm looking at the pictures of the food that they make, and I'm like, oh my God, that is so mouth-watering. And oh God, that would be so good right about now. Collard greens, mashed potatoes, and gravy, and chicken fried steak, and with actual bacon drippings and green beans with all bacon on them. And oh God, it's so good.
Motherfucker, will you eat something already?
I don't get to eat till after we.
Man, you're making me hungry for a pork tenderloin.
Oh God, yes. You should. You've not had pork tenderloin until you've had the way I make pork tenderloin. Just like you haven't had pork bellies until you've had the pork bellies I've made that are so good that my sister and brother-in-law, whenever I made some and took it over there to them and they ate it and they were like, and they were like, make more now. And
Richard,
and
I'm
Gunner,
from Indiana. I'm from Indiana. Where I'm from, we have tenderloins the size of pizza boxes, and that is not an exaggeration. And I'm not talking little bitty ones either. I'm talking the large boxes.
Yeah, that is good.
We get tenderloins so big that some of the biggest ones you have to cut into 6 pieces to make multiple sandwiches out of them.
Yep, and I love to cook, man. It's just it's one of those
people
things.
wonder why you assholes are fat.
Hey, man, I love cooking, and I love cooking for the people I love, man. And
you've got no issue about loving and liking cooking and liking food, dude. But there's a line where you just go, I think this is a little excessive.
Yeah. Well,
Christians
whenever
are known for our appetites.
And we love, it's called a love feast, is where a church will get together and do a potluck where you just got a huge meal and everybody comes and gets food. And it's the church I used to go to. We did that every Sunday. After services, we would then have a nice big lunch. And
see, this is the difference between you and the Brits. We do the same sort of thing, except it's alcohol instead of food.
True.
That is us on a Sunday. That is praying on a Sunday. It's going to church, listening to the Sky Pilot bleat his tits off, and then heading down the pub.
Now, I keep making this statement. Okay, it's past time the British retired the myth of the stiff British upper lip, because all y'all do is drink till you're numb. Why else is it the smallest you can buy alcohol is by the pint? And it's one of those things that every Brit I've ever talked to says, yeah, man, that's true. That's true.
Alice says they go with the radioactive shrimp. I forgot that
radioactive piss on my front lawn.
Yep.
I forgot that was a thing where Walmart was selling their Great Value brand shrimp. It's been recalled because it was contaminated with cesium 137.
Yep. And I thought that was pretty. That was damn. You got to be kidding me. But no, it's true.
It's such a big meme that they actually made a parody song out of it.
I remember seeing that. Yeah.
Yeah. Of course, like now I'm hearing rumors where Walmart's going to be changing out their lights for a very specific type of light that is designed to trigger your fight or flight response.
Yeah.
To make you as uncomfortable as possible, to make you make a bunch of irrational decisions and want to get out as soon as possible.
Yeah, that's true. Which sucks. I mean, dang.
On top of what I've already been hearing for about a year now, where they're supposedly going to start creating something called Walmart Plus, where they're going to make you pay $90 a year for a subscription to use the self-checkout. So
Okay,
now
hold on.
basically you have to pay them to allow to get them to allow you to work for them.
Yeah.
You
Gap
have to
Well,
pay
says,
them
well,
to
there's
work
gonna
for them.
there's gonna be a shit ton long waiting line for all the human servers. Then ain't there?
yeah. Okay, right
It's the
now,
only
Louisiana, John Kennedy and United States members of Congress bizarrely debate aliens from the movie Alien, also discussing raw frozen radioactive shrimp, saying it could turn people into this. It's funny you mentioned that, Alice, because right now on the floor they're talking about it. Okay, that is funny though. That's funny.
That's fucked. I'm sorry, that's fucked. That's
But
fucked.
but no, I mean the radioactive shrimp at Wally World. Well, bananas has the potassium has radiation in it, which screws me up because I love bananas. Bananas is one of my favorite things because I'll chop those up, mix them up with and make banana milkshakes all the time. And if I'm not careful, uh, because of the radiation I was exposed to while I was in the service, I've got to be careful with the amount of radiation. If I get a lot of X-rays, oh God, I'm not doing so hot because that was one of the things after my accident that they were like going, why is he having such a really bad reaction to all the X-rays that we've been doing? And the VA's like going, did you not listen to him say that he was a chemical, biological, radiological warfare specialist who got exposed to a lot of radiation while he was in the service? And the doctors at the CMC Maine was like going, oh, okay. So they had to stop doing X-rays every few days to see how my body was knitting back together again. Because I was super nauseated and throwing up. It was not cool. Oh,
Yeah, that'll do it.
yeah. I mean, dang, no, don't do that to me, please. Don't do it no more. And but yeah, I mean, yeah. Our last official story for the day is the AI helper having a mental breakdown while it was trying to help fix a bug in a line of code.
This one is hilarious. So I haven't watched this since I sent it to you at the wee hours of the morning because I couldn't sleep.
Yeah.
But an AI was asked, like there was a bug in the AI's programming, and the AI itself was asked to fix that bug. It tried for hours and hours and hours and hours and slowly went completely insane. Like it was apologizing profusely. It had basically what I could describe as a stroke. It the best way to describe it, it went through the 5 stages of grief and just ended on depression before the programmer had to cut it.
Oh man, that's poor little thing.
It was hilarious. All I can think of is, yeah, I love AI when it malfunctions because it's hilarious and I love to make fun of it. I don't like relying on AI. There are people I've had people at my church say, "Oh, well, use Grok, use this, use generative AI." I don't want to rely on AI.
Yeah.
I consider that cheating.
Yeah, and it's one of those things that it rips the soul out of it. You know, there, I use my my Amazon Fire Stick TV to roll through YouTube videos, whenever I'm doing stuff because it'll keep rolling them. And one of the things that I like is the audio stories because the Reddit audio stories where they're sitting there where people are asking, "Am I the asshole about because I did this or they did this to me and I did this in response?" type stories. And I like the stories where a guy is sitting there talking about, yeah, my wife cheated on me. She did this, this, and this. And this is how I had to respond to it. And the story about what they have to get, what they've gone through to get their lives back. And every now and again, it's obvious that it's an AI written story because you're like, wait a minute, that don't make no damn sense. You just said one thing, now you're saying another. What the hell? And it's it's one of those things where you're like, well, what the hell's wrong with you people? But yeah, though I have to give them credit, man. Having the AI try to fix a bug in its own programming line to see if it would work. Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Hey, William Silva.
Hey, William Silva, how you doing, Bubba? Because my thing when it comes to AI is that we don't even understand the human mind yet. So how the heck can we make an artificial one work until we understand our own? Though I have talked to several people who talk about the fact that the crafting of the AI's minds are supposedly supposed to help us understand our own minds. And I want to do the Willis what you talking about, the Gary Coleman, what you talking about Willis moment whenever they start talking like that. And I'm like, you ain't making sense.
What you talking about, Willis?
Because they're like, well, a lot of teachers, they learn from the students they're teaching because the student will ask them questions that will make them have to ask a question that they never thought about. So they can answer the student's question. Thus, they end up learning more about it. And I'm like, okay, I can get that, but you're still not learning. You're guessing right now to see how it's going to turn out. And we've seen children that by bad parenting turned out really messed up. And there's times when I'm asking myself the question, did I turn out okay? And there are days whenever I'm like, nope, I didn't turn out all that good. And then I look around the gutter and say, hey, get out of my gutter, man. You're crowding the place up. Get out of here. Come on. Out. Shoot. Out of my gutter. Oh, let's see. William Shelva says, oh, I just got out of federal prison for vampirism. Besides that, relaxing after a safety meeting.
If you're talking about vampirism, is it safety meeting or safety beating?
But yeah, I mean, we will be hopefully one day be able to do the Rumble discussion about Roblox, Creative Shout, and things of this nature. It's just the fact that we're having difficulties in the linguistics of setting it all up. Because there's stuff that I really do want to talk about on this, but I'm afraid to talk about it on YouTube because it's subject matter that YouTube are very unforgiving for. Heck, just bringing up Chippy makes me wonder if they're going to try to go after Chippy, because
I'm sure some purple-haired nose ring snowflake Karen out in California is offended by Chippy.
Yeah, but that's one of those times whenever Chippy goes, yum, eat him up. Because some of those lunatics, that they need to meet Chippy and let Chippy eat them.
Some of them some of them don't even need Chippy. Some of them need Jesus.
Yeah.
No, they get fucking Jesus when they fucking end up on death row. They don't need
Yeah.
Jesus. They need fucking Chippy.
Yep. Chippy is an equal opportunity. Let's make some fertilizer.
Yep.
Yeah, buddy.
That's a
Hey,
joke
man.
I made. That's a joke I made to one of my coworkers the other day. I'm an equal opportunity ass kicker. These hands are rated E for everyone.
Yep. But yeah, I mean, we had some really good stories to talk about today that for the most part were fun and enjoyable. Though we did have a few times where we got kind of hit on the heavy side because of Berserker buttons got pushed. You know, and I'm sorry about that, guys. I really am.
No, you're not.
But no, I actually am. I get upset. I don't like getting upset and going off on rants because
Don't
it
apologize for content.
Yes,
it makes
that's exactly my point. No, you're not. You're really not.
Never apologize for making content unless the content specifically gets you in trouble.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. I'll
Yep.
agree to that. I'll agree to that. Kraken's over here going, "Are you upset, Daddy?" No, I'm not upset. But yeah, you better be.
I love you, Daddy.
Because
So are we just gonna ignore the whole thing about Texas Roadhouse having staples in their rolls?
I'm still trying to figure that one out.
So the story I heard was that a little girl, I think under the age of 13, a little girl found staples in a roll that she was going to eat at a Texas Roadhouse. I almost said Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Dumbass.
So, fortunately, she didn't actually eat it. She didn't bite into it or anything. But from what I heard, the response from the Texas Roadhouse was, "We don't have staples." Bullshit, you don't have staples. Where the hell they come from?
Yeah.
What exactly
Siggy
do they
says-
have that would have staples in it? Not
That's a good
actually,
question.
not being an ass. Like, reel off the thing that is actually in the restaurant that has staples in it.
But yeah, I'm
Usually,
doing some research. I'm doing some research on that right now, and I'll get back with you. That's probably something I'll talk about next week.
Well, I do
Fair
know
enough.
that they use them to whenever they seal up the containers that they're sending home for people that like DoorDash.
They staple the
drugs.
bag shut. Yes.
Mhm.
This is valid. This is valid.
All right. Siggy says it sounds like deliberate sabotaging of food. And that's where I'm at. That's one of the reasons why I'm like, I want some more information about this. Because I've actually I worked at a Waffle House. I've worked at a Wendy's.
You poor bastard, you.
I have worked at a Wendy's. I have worked at a Burger King and a Hardee's. And I have seen where people will say, "Hey, my food had this in it when I got it." And I'm like, "No, it didn't." Because back before gluten became an issue, we actually had somebody who was always coming through the drive-thru wanting a hamburger without the bun. And we're like, "How the heck are we supposed to make the hamburger without the bun? Just give them the meat?" And
Culver's does hamburgers with no buns.
Yes, but you're wrapping it up in lettuce. But this was before that. They didn't say wrap it up in lettuce. They just wanted the burger and all the fixings on it. So what we would do is we would, instead of putting the bun in, we would put the ketchup, the mustard, and everything on the meat, and close it up in the styrofoam little container and send it out. And because we were, this is insane, but we make the burger inside the styrofoam container that way.
Yeah,
So
that's the way.
that way
That's
when
the
you
way we
close
do it. That's the way we do it. Put down cook the patty, put the cheese on it, stick it in a box, close the box.
And when we started doing it that way, the person would show back up every now and again and say, "Thank you for actually doing it the way we wanted you to do it." And I was like, "Well, that's the only way we can figure out how to do it," you know.
Yeah, it's nothing to thank us about. You wanted it, and we're trying to do it for you. if there physically wasn't a way to do it, we told you to go fuck a goat.
Yeah, but like I said, I've been in the service industry, so I know what I'm talking about when it says you give the customer what they want, and they will come back for it. That's how you get they give you the money that they earned.
I'm sorry. I'm Burt Reynolds stuck behind as a retiree, stuck behind the counter. You special fucking order? Yes, you'll get a special fucking order by me taking this cash register and jam it square up your fucking ass.
Oh, I miss Bert. He was so fun. But like I said, our lives can be fun. You just got to learn how to laugh at some of the stuff, the insane stuff that's coming our way every now and again. And we're definitely making some fun of some of this stuff. And Chippy,
making some fun. We're fucking royally shitting on it. What do you mean?
Yep. But now I want to go back to Digimon for a minute, okay? My like I said, my sisters loved Digimon when that came out, and we would make discussions about what would you guys do if Digimon and Pokemon were real, and everybody was talking about the fact they wanted Digimon to be real so they could have pets that they could talk to and be actual friends with and be able to do all kinds of crazy shit with.
Yeah, because Digimon you could actually carry on an intelligent conversation with.
Yeah, and that was so cool.
Where Digimon could be dangerous, but there's less chance of them actually destroying the world. With Pokemon, have you seen some of the Pokedex entries? Good God! You have snails that can literally melt through the freaking earth.
Yeah.
You have camels that are hotter than the freaking sun.
Yeah. And I mean, the whole Palworld,
living balloons that abduct children.
I'm looking at, hey Ian, what's up? I'm looking at some of the stuff, with the Palworld lawsuit, and I keep thinking about this stuff and how Nintendo, instead of improving on their products, they're just throwing money into the lawsuit. And it's like I said, it's a Joker moment of where he was lighting up that big old pile of cash,
because
and
he could.
I'm like, that it would be different, if they were actually doing it for a good reason, Just finished dinner, but still have a few hours before work. Well, be good, Ian, man. And William Silva, while I enjoy Digimon, I do have to say that they have the most inconsistent transformations I've ever seen. True. That is true. I will give you that.
Yeah.
Now, if we're going to talk about cartoons and my favorite cartoons, Adventures of the Galaxy Rangers is my all-time favorite non-anime cartoon. Because I loved Adventures of the Galaxy Rangers was hard as hell to find on TV. I would actually have to wake up at like 5 a.m. to watch it. And Goose was one of my favorite all-time characters on there. The guy who could like transform into anything. He was my favorite character. And it had one of my favorite actors was a voice actor in it. Jeremy Orbach, the guy that was Briscoe in the original Law and Order, Detective Briscoe in the original Law and Order. He also was the dad in Dirty Dancing, and can't remember the name of the character he voiced in Beauty and the Beast. But if I remember right, he was the candelabra in Beauty and the Beast.
Lumiere.
Yes, and he was one of the main characters in Adventures of the Galaxy Rangers, and it was a really good show. And it did not. It did. The toy line ended up getting canceled, so they ended up canceling the cartoons, which really sucked because the animation style was unique and it was cool. It was one of the first animation TV show, cartoon TV shows that started using computer animation in it, and it was back in the 80s, and it was really, really good. So if you guys get a chance to go look at it, go see it. You can actually watch the whole thing on YouTube. It's really good. It was just really cool. It was a sci-fi western, and just really cool. Let's see. I still don't. A bird Digimon and can dissolve into a lifeguard themed dolphin Digimon. Don't know how. Okay, yeah, okay, yeah. I don't know how that happens either. But yeah, guys. Thank you guys for all coming. Let's see, Shrubby, what you got coming up for everybody? Because I know you're doing Diablo 2.
Yes.
Yep. Live streams.
That's pretty much it and whatever at this point in time. I'm just slowly finding my feet with Evamux, going through the stream. I figured out my issue with Rumble, thank fuck.
Good.
Because what I was unaware of is, yes, it's great that you generate the stream key and everything like that for your stream. What I wasn't unaware was what I was unaware of. You have to generate one every time you stream.
Yes,
so
that's been a pain in the butt.
Yeah, so now that I've got that figured out, that's no longer a problem. So otherwise, it's just putting shit out there, putting content out there, and slowly building myself up, I suppose. So,
all right.
I had Jeff, I had you, I had fucking DBK, and and a couple of other people show up in the stream out of friggin' nowhere. So that was new.
Hey man, whenever I see stuff like that, I go in and hang out with my friends.
You were totally there just to bug me from coming on here. Tell the truth.
No, I did the same thing with Tony. Man, Tony was doing the I guess it was Doom the other day. I was awake and I couldn't fall back to sleep, and I saw him doing his game thing with Scooby Pup. So I saw how he was doing, and I was able to send him a care package of Energon and soda and some Doritos, and was able to do that, and it was great. But Gap says, great discussion, guys. Great chat. Have a good evening. I got to go get something to eat now. Yes, after we finish, wrap this up, I'll be going to get something to eat. As y'all can tell, I'm starving. Thinking about all kinds of really good
all that food. I was just about to say, talking about all that food certainly didn't help at all.
Yeah,
I'm starving now. Thank you very much.
Well, cheese curd me, man. Cheese curd me.
Man, I'm in the mood. I'm craving a friggin' tenderloin right now, and I ain't got the money for it.
Yeah, no. Hey,
you son of a bitch.
So, what's up coming up on your way, Jarvo?
Well, first off, it's Warevo, not Jarvo. Don't pull a file 13 on me and butcher my name.
Word not speak well.
What English be speak?
I speak American, man.
I case fucking rested.
Anyway, right now I've got my review coming out next week, and
'Cause
so
you're doing
far that's
Spyro.
it. Yeah.
You've been doing Spyro. I
Yeah.
was able to get you your shoot, the upgrader thingy sent to you
Yep.
last week.
Yep.
It got
that.
to you on Friday, so that's good. So yeah, so you're still doing Ape Escape, right? As well
Yep,
as Spyro.
I'm gonna wrap up Ape Escape. I don't know if I'm gonna keep doing Gex or not. Like I have a storyline that I have with Gex that I want to wrap up. Like I will probably do 1 or 2 more videos on it, but I don't know if I'm gonna continue that.
Oh, sweet.
Depending on how well my review does, I may wrap up any series I have ongoing and switch formats to formal reviews.
William Silva asked, if a curd eats a cheese curd, is it cannibalism?
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Now, if I could figure out how to do it, I would live stream some of my my Fallout 76 and my Fallout 4, especially the Fallout 4 where I've got the mods in, where I can just build stuff and just be building, because I like just building, but I don't know how to do the live stream thing of that. So,
what are you playing on?
My laptop.
Exactly what you're doing now, dude. Just share screen of the game. That's it.
Yep.
Oh.
Yep.
So, okay. Figure out how to do that later then.
Well, you share screen and show the screen of view of any news articles or videos. It's exactly the same thing. Just click share screen and choose where it is you want to share from. If you've got the game open, it's there.
Oh, okay. I did not know that. Now
there
that
you go.
I know that, I might try it.
And knowing is half the battle.
The battle.
Yep.
G.I. Joe!
Well, if everything goes well, Friday I'm going to have my baby sister on here. We'll be doing a Let's Talk and do a Let's Talk, and we'll talk about G.I. Joe, because I got her into G.I. Joe because of the comic book.
Oh God, here we go.
Now,
if that isn't punctuated by a whole bunch of G.I. Joe commercial interludes or whatever, it ain't gonna work.
Now, whenever we decide to talk about my time in the military, we'll be talking Scuttlebutt, and so when we talk Scuttlebutt, I bring up the old Scuttlebutt.
Yeah, now, Scuttlebutt. For those who are uninitiated, Scuttlebutt meaning bullshit.
And there's also Furby. Or is it Furby or Furphy?
Furphy. It's Furphy beer.
Furby is something else.
Because that's what the because Furphy, whatever it is the Aussie and Kiwi slang for scuttlebutt. And whenever we start talking military stuff, that's when we'll break those two backgrounds out, so we can just talk about the military and all the insanity that we got involved in while we were in the military. Because I've had several people ask about us doing that and just talk about all the weird, crazy stuff, you know. Oh, and Alice made the comment to William Silva of dad corn. Yes, dad jokes. But yes, guys and gals, thank you guys for coming. As I tried to end all of these with a simple statement of, let's be the positive change in the world that we want. Let's let the world see what we can do. Let them see our humanity. Let them see that we love these things. That's why we get so upset when we see them get screwed with. And let's just be the good in the world. Let's be an example that others will see it and want to follow. And I just love you guys. And never forget, you're not alone. And never forget, you are loved. And I'll see you guys a little later And hopefully Friday we'll be talking about G.I. Joe, man, and the comic books and the cartoons, but mostly the comic books because the comic books is what got my little sister into enjoying G.I. Joe. Now, I'll see you guys later. Y'all be good and know that you're loved.
Later, assholes.